So these opening scenes, and the ones you can see now, are what the Don Aqueduct at Kirk Brameth normally looks like. This was in September when we went over it, so just remember this later on in the video. Hi guys, I'm Diane and this is Narrow Dreams. It's obviously November, got the Christmas jumper on. It's not really a Christmas jumper, it's just got reindeers on. So if you've been watching any news at all over the weekend, you'll realise that South Yorkshire has been hit quite badly by flooding. We're okay here on the Stainforth and Kidby Canal, although at times it has been flowing like a river, but we'll find out why that is later on in the video. So I've sort of had a look around the local area this morning. Some people have been kind enough to share photographs and video with me, so I hope I can give you a bit of an overview of what's been happening here. If you could hear a noise while I was doing that last bit, this is why. They've just had their breakfast, I've just fed them, but they never know when enough's enough, so this is where all the noise is coming from. So this is some video footage of the Don at Sprotbrough taken by Dawn Homes. The building you can see in the distance is the Boat Inn, which looks to be under quite a bit of water. So Dawn also took some footage of the River Dearne near Harlington, which that's the river, but then as you can see it's burst its banks, it's come right over, and that she's zooming in on there is a footbridge. I shouldn't fancy crossing it, and this is just all the surrounding fields that, as you can see, have just been completely swamped by water. It's just as far as you can see, look. So she does actually say in the video she's turning back now because it's quite scary. These are also a couple of photos taken by Dawn in the same area, and you can see how far up that bridge it is. So we now come to Doncaster, and sadly, as we can see, it's not only fields that have been flooded. There's been quite a large area has been seriously impacted by these floods. The river's reached the highest level ever. It's a record level for the Don all over, and the pictures you can see here are of Bentley in Doncaster, which in 2007 had horrendous floods, and unfortunately they've got the same again and been left with a massive clear up. Now if you think back to those opening scenes of the Don Aqueduct, this was taken on Friday. It looks a little bit different. What you've just seen there is the aqueduct with the gates, the floodgates, closed, because you can see how high the river is. That's actually the River Don that you could see quite a way below when we came over the aqueduct. But Pam took this on Friday, and as you can see, quite different and with the gates down. So this is the River Don this morning, Sunday morning. You can see quite a bit of water about. And that's the canal over there. And then this here, all the debris, is where the level was up to yesterday. It's got quite a flow on it. Now this morning Neil and I went to Stainforth to try and get up onto this bridge and have a look what the Don was like, but the police were there stopping anybody going up because it's dangerous. So many thanks to Adele for letting me to use these photographs that she took at Stainforth on Friday. So this is Thorn Lock, and if you can see, there's water going in, but it's going straight out at the other end. If you look at the paddles on both ends, they're all the way up, so they're just allowing water to run straight through the lot to try and reduce the levels of the Don at the other end. And there you have it, coming out of the other side. So it's coming in at the top end, straight out at the bottom. So that is why our level is going up and down. It's not stopping the fishermen though. I can see there's a fishing match on down there. But this part of the navigation is closed. And that's obviously why. This is Stannerlands Marina. This is their ramp to pull boats out. But as you can see, the level's that high, it's actually flowing across. And well, before you know it, these boats are going to be refloated, I would say. It's quite wet. Thankfully the levels are dropping a bit now, so stay safe out there folks. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Please give it a thumbs up if you have. Do subscribe to the channel, it really does make a difference. And to get notifications, click the bell icon. See you next time.